Public Finance Authority, Public Utility Authority, Housing Authority, Paris Joint Powers Authority, and the Paris Community Economic Development Corporation of the City of Paris this Tuesday, August 29, 2023, at 6:52 p.m. Madam Clerk, can we have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Rabb?
Here.
Councilmember Rogers? Here. Mayor Pro Tem Nava?
Here.
Councilmember Corona?
Present.
Mayor Vargas?
Present, thank you. Item 3 is our invocation, which will be led by Pastor Joe Sabolic from the New Creation Church. And if you stand and remain standing for item number 4, which is our Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Councilman Rabb.
All right, let's stand. Let's bow our hearts. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's pray. Father, we thank you so much for your amazing love, your goodness, Lord. We thank you for our wonderful Mayor Vargas and his wife and family. We pray for our council members, David, Marcella, Rita, Malcolm, and our city clerk, Nancy. Lord, we also lift up our sheriff's department, our fire departments, all those responders, all those that are a part of our safety of our city. Lord, bless them, protect them, Father. We know that they really need protection in these days. Lord, thank you for all the great things that the city of Paris represents. And we pray, God, that there would be unity, there would be peace, there would be love explicit, Lord, in each one of our lives. And we thank you that you so loved us that you gave your only begotten Son, that whoso would believe in you would not perish but have everlasting life. God did not send his Son into the world to condemn us. So, Lord, I pray for each person here right now that they will be touched by your love and your mercy. This will be an amazing meeting. A lot will be accomplished, and that you'll grant every person here the desires of their hearts, Father, as they seek your peace for the safety of their children, the safety of this city. Thank you for these wonderful, everyone that's involved with our city. Bless all of them, Lord, and protect them. We're thankful for this wonderful city of Paris. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you.
Please salute our great nation's flag. Please place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. Item 5 is a report on closed session items. Mr. Koo.
Thank you, Mayor. The City Council met a closed session on the items listed on the agenda. No reportable action was taken.
Thank you. Item 6 is our presentations and announcements. 6A is recognition of our junior master's gardeners. This item will be introduced by our Director of Community Services, Ms. Sabrina Chavez.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor, members of the council. I would like to introduce Jose Mir, who will be presenting this item.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council, and city staff. It is my pleasure to introduce to you today the 2023 summer cohort of the Junior Master Gardener Program. This summer, we host an 8-week program that included Level 1 and Level 2 at the City of Paris Senior Center, where 33 students became certified as Junior Master Gardeners. Students immersed themselves in hands-on learning experiences focusing on horticulture, sustainable environmental practices, and even completing a community service project that helped beautify their local community. We had 18 Level 1 participants and 15 returning JMG students in Level 2 who made this program a fun learning experience. I would like to introduce Stella Guzman, a 4th grade student from Val Verde Elementary School, who will share her experience in the program.
Good afternoon. My name is Zayla Guzman. I am 9 years old and attend Val Verde Elementary School. I want to take the time to share about my Junior Master Gardener Program experience during this past summer. I joined gardening not knowing how much I would learn and enjoy the entire program. I discovered many new things such as mango trees and how they need plenty of space to grow. Carrots need sun but not much because that will hurt the carrots. I really enjoyed this program because I made my friends along the way. And every day I learn new things about garden. Growing plants is very important for our planet. Not only does it give us healthy, nutritious food, but plants are the world's primary oxygen producer. This program was very educational, and I am thankful for my gardening teachers.
Thank you, Zayla. Now we will move forward with awarding the certificates. And once completed, I would like to invite the mayor and city council for a photo opportunity. So I believe Mr. Mayor's,
We're all going to come down.
okay,
Thank you.
perfect.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome, boys and girls. Sorry we took so long this evening. So first off, we're going to start with our level 1 gardeners, junior gardeners. I'm going to read off what the certificate will read, and then I'll call the names. You're going to come up, you'll get your certificate, and you'll hang tight back here with council, and then we'll do a group photo. So the certificate is going to read the 2023 Junior Masters Gardener Summer Program, Certified Junior Master Gardener Level 1. May it be known that the mayor and the city council of the city of Paris hereby recognize, and we'll say the child's name, for her commitment or his commitment to positively contribute to their community and successfully complete the Junior Master Gardener Summer Program. And first off, we have Zayla Guzman. Up here, Zayla. Oh, okay. You're going to have them come to your side? Come down this way. All right. Ibrahim Baragan. Isabella Bobadilla. Take their hands, Neha. Congratulations. Ana Maria Echavarria. Byron Echavarria. Good job, Byron. Delia Echavarria. Sofia Flores. Angel Gomez. The next two aren't here, but I still want to recognize them but for the record. We have Mia Grajeda and Noah Grajeda. Next up, we have Camilla Guzman. Jaden Metz. Emily Morhe. I think there might have been a misspelling on that one because the next one is Micaela Morphy. Is that the same family? So the last name is Morphy. Micaela, come on up. Brianna Perez. Dania Perez. Danya. It's good. So far, they're all shorter than the mayor. Congratulations. Daisy Ramirez. Ethan Verdugo. That's it for group one, but I'm going to read off the last 5 or 6 names so we can applaud for them. They're not here tonight. Karina Rea. Bea Villegas. Dulce Villegas. Joanne Andrade Alonso. Ivan Flores. Anthony Leroy. Damian Leroy. And Peyton Leroy. All right, congratulations to all our winners. We're going to take a photo. As soon as our public information is doing his, then parents, you're more than welcome to come up, but there's no rush. I want each one of you to take a shot. What's wrong? Oh, we missed one on my list. Elijah Ramirez.
Brenda, walk down. Go to the guy in the black jacket. Sophia, you're gonna follow them behind them, okay? Dolly, you're gonna follow behind Sophia. Byron, behind Dolly.
All right, parents, come on up. All right, congratulations to all our level 1 winners. All All right, for level 2, we have 2023 Junior Master Gardener Summer Program Certified Juniors Master Gardener Level 2. May it be known that the mayor and the city council, the city of Paris hereby recognize the winners for this, his or her commitment to positively contribute to the community and successfully complete the Junior Master Gardener Summer Program. And our first recipient is Alejandro Flores. Mateo Garcia. Luna Romero. Amari Romero. Aiden Somars. Congratulations. Michael Teles. Jada Collins. Alejandra Rubio. Angel Rubio. Andrew Ray Rubio. Jonathan Garcia. All right, that's it for our winners that are present. We have 4 more that were not here. I would still like to read out their names. We have Aiden Garfias, Yoli Howard, Zoe Howard, and Alexander Martinez. Where are you putting me?
Yeah, bro. You did good.
All right, big congratulations again to our level 2 winners. right, we're going to pause just a little bit to let these kids and their parents out before we continue. All right, Deputy, can we get that door closed, please? Okay, item 6B is City of Paris Employee of the Quarter recognition for the second quarter of 2023. This item will be introduced by our Director of Administrative Services, Ms. Saida Amoscar.
Yes, good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council. At this time, I will introduce our Planning Manager, Ms. Patricia Brenes, to present the award.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, Council members, City staff. I'm Patricia Brenes, and it is my pleasure to share a few wonderful things about Alfredo's great attributes. Alfredo is a very personable and professional individual, and I would say even formal. Every day he calls me Miss Patricia. He always comes to work with a positive attitude and a happy mood, in spite of the fact that his baby Sebastian probably keeps him at night, and he doesn't have enough hours of sleep. He has great work ethics. He goes above and beyond when helping our internal and external customers. He's a team player and is ready to jump in whenever and whatever he's needed. He doesn't hesitate to offer new and innovative ideas to improve our services and processes. Alfredo is an instrumental member of the Development Services Department, and I feel very lucky to have Alfredo as part of my team. And for all these reasons, Mr. Alfredo is the employee of the quarter. Congratulations.
I don't want to give my back to anyone, I'm sorry. I want to be rude. Good evening, Mayor, members of the council, public, and staff. First of all, I'm very honored to be here tonight, and I'm very grateful to be receiving this award. I wanted to first start off and thank the Employee Recognition Committee, first of all. And I also wanted to thank my director, Kenneth Fung, my manager, Ms. Patricia Brenes, for their leadership and their education that they invest in our department. Also, I wanted to thank my colleagues in the Development Services Department and all the other departments that I interact with on a daily basis, because quite honestly, without their education and their expertise, I couldn't do my job to the fullest. I also wanted to thank my family, who was always there to support me, and inspires me to always do better. And with that said, it's always a pleasure to come to work here every day, and I look forward to continuing to serve the City of Paris community. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. So Alfredo Garcia, employee of the second quarter for 2023, may it be known that the mayor and the city council of the city of Paris hereby recognize Alfredo Garcia for his dedication and unwavering commitment to the city of Paris. Your efforts are commendable and greatly appreciated. Presented this 29th day of August, 2023. All right, let's put you. Okay, don't hang on. In addition to that, Alfredo, there's a $100 Target gift card for you. I know, right? So my secretary's name, Luz Tabares. Just meet her, set the calendar date so I can go with you. We can. All right. Congratulations. Thanks for all you do. Diapers and formula, huh?
So they can hear. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
All right, council, anybody want to make comments to?
I cut it back on again. Oh, I like my.
Councilman Rabb?
Yes, I'd like to congratulate Alfredo Garcia on the award. It's truly a testament that, how well our city staff is supportive of each other, how well they're doing with each other. And I know planning is a particular department that's been very, very busy with all the numerous projects that are coming in. So once again, congratulations. Also like to congratulate the junior master gardener. I know a lot of them have left. It was really invigorating to see the level of support each and every one of the participants gave to their fellow participants and the family support. And it was really refreshing to see how all the kids came up and gave a firm handshake and looked each and every one of us in the eye. That's a small little token. I know it's gardening, but I think gardening improves all levels of life. So it was I'd like to congratulate all the participants, and may you continue gardening. It's a lifelong skill that you continue to use for the rest of your life. Thank you.
Anybody else? Councilman Corona?
Yeah, just congratulations again to the junior gardeners for a job well done, for going through the whole entire program. And as Councilman Rabb stated, it's something that you can carry along forever. To Mr. Garcia, for all the hard work you've done. You know, I'm not sure if I've had any conversations with you at all, but from what I've heard, you're much more than proficient, much more than competent. You really go above and beyond for a department that gets a lot of business, as you know, for the last few years. So congratulations to you and your family.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd also like to congratulate Alfredo, and with a 5-month-old baby and being here for the city for 4 years, I've heard nothing but wonderful things about you, and I catch a lot of your performances during the planning commission meetings, and you always carry yourself with such poise and professionalism. So thank you for all you do on behalf of our city. And also, I'd like to express my thank you to all the Junior Master Gardeners program who were able to be recognized today. I've heard wonderful things about the program, and I just hope that if you have younger siblings at home, that you also encourage them, and a really unique experience. So I look forward to having this program be in effect in our city for many, many more years to come. Thank you.
Councilwoman Rogers.
Thank you. I also want to congratulate Mr. Garcia on doing an exemplary job as a city team worker. And you're recognized by your peers and your managers, and we want to definitely appreciate you and all that you do for the city. And that little boy is just adorable. And congratulations on the best part of your life, your wife and your baby boy. And also to all of our youth that participated in the Master Gardener program, thank you so much for participating and doing what you do best, learning how to grow and plant vegetables and be sustainable in our wonderful Paris garden. Thank you.
All righty. Alfredo, congratulations again too. Planning is a very important position in the city, so we appreciate all the work that you're doing. And again, big thanks, or big congratulations to all our gardeners as well. All right, that being said, we're going to take us moving on to item 7, which is our Youth Advisory Committee communications, which will be given by Julie Salas, our Vice President.
Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council and City staff, good evening. Hello, my name is Julie Salas. It's a pleasure for me to hold the position of Vice President for YSC. I'll be providing you with an update on the most recent and forthcoming YSC events. To start, on September 1st, the Statler Youth Center will come alive with the sounds of local talent as YSC hosts an open mic night. This event is sent to be a night of music, poetry, comedy, and all forms of artistic expression. This will give young people in the community a platform to showcase their talents. If you're a young person looking for a chance to showcase your talents, or just someone who enjoys good music and entertainment, be sure to mark September 1st on your calendar and head down to the Statler Youth Center. This event starts at 7 p.m. and ends at 9 p.m. We hope to see you there. Furthermore, potential YEC members concluded their interview process. Successful candidates were invited to take part in the city oath ceremony on September 5th at 5:30 p.m. here at the Chambers. This will be administered by City Clerk Nancy Salazar. On September 12th, the newly appointed YEC members will be introduced to the council and the community during the council meeting. Finally, YEC would like to remind everyone to please follow us on social media at Paris YEC for more updates and forthcoming events. For more important information on YEC or any events discussed today, feel free to dial the Statler Youth Center. YEC would like to remind everyone to remain safe and healthy. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for that report. Okay, item 8 is our public comment. This is the time when any member of the public may bring a matter to the attention of the mayor and the city council that is within our jurisdiction and not an agenda item. Public comment will be limited to 3 minutes. This is not a Q&A between the council and the public. It's just an opportunity for the public to make a comment. Madam Clerk, do we have a request to speak?
Yes, sir. Katie McClendon.
Greetings, Honorable Mayor, City Council. My name is Katie McClendon, and I'm a board member with the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce. I would like to start by saying thank you to everyone who attended our Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce 111th Annual Business Awards and Installation Celebration. A special thank you to the mayor and his lovely wife and all of the city staff that came out to show their support. To all the businesses, nonprofits, and partners in education who attended, we would like to say thank you. It was a wonderful event, and the Saboba Golf Course was a beautiful venue. If you missed this year's annual business awards and installation celebration, God willing, we look forward to seeing you at next year's 112th celebration. Next, I would like to invite you all to some upcoming Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce events and collaborations. On this Thursday, August 31st, please attend our joint business mixer at the beloved Sky Dock Paris Bomb Shelter. We are hosting Hemet, San Jacinto, Menifee Valley, Canyon Lake, and Moreno Valley's Chambers of Commerce and all of their members. The fun begins at 5:30 p.m. On Wednesday, September the 6th at 8 a.m., please join us for the annual 9/11 Remembrance Ceremony, which will be co-hosted by the American Legion, Paris Post 595, and the VFW Post 888. On Saturday, September 16th, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., it is Paris Appreciation Day. Come out and discover one of Paris' gems, the Southern California Railway Museum. There will be free train rides, free trolley rides, fun activities for kids, vendors, music, and more. This year, Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce will also have the opportunity to honor students from all the school districts across Paris who have exemplified Paris pride. Please join us to celebrate our students, our community, and our wonderful city. If you want more information on any of these events, please go to www.parischamber.net. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all and your family at these wonderful community events. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Dario Rodriguez.
All right. Good evening, council, mayor, city staff, public. So my name is Dario Rodriguez. I'm here to ask the council to continue to support and provide fields, especially Patriot Parks, to junior sports, AKA La Liga Intercities. La Liga Intercities has been in the Paris community for over 26 years and has become an essential part of this community through their low-cost soccer program for kids. La Liga Intercities has been able to provide a place where kids and teens can play the beautiful sport of soccer here in Paris without families having to break the bank. Their low cost of $40 registration for kids is a steal compared to AYSO, who asks for approximately $200 up front for 10 games. Now we're hearing that you want to take away fields, especially Patriot Parks, to give them to Surf Sports, who run million-dollar businesses exploiting youth soccer. So Surf's fees start at a minimum $1,200 up to $3,000 per season per player, not to mention their mandatory $400+ a year for uniforms. Also, their team fees used for tournaments and showcases. Surf will tell you they offer scholarships, but they don't exist. So I know this to be true because I have a 10-year-old who started playing club soccer for Surf in Murrieta. By the way, my son also started playing here at La Liga when he was 3 years old. 3 years ago, Murrieta stopped paying the franchise fee to Surf to pass on the savings to families in Murrieta. Since then, Surf has made an aggressive attempt to take over the Inland Empire. They purchased Albion Temecula, Temecula Legends, with literal cash offers and promises to directors. Now they're here in Paris trying to take away fields from La Liga. At this time, I would like, for the record, if there or anyone on the council has a family playing for the Empire Surf program. This could potentially be a conflict of interest and potential quid pro quo due to knowledge of cash offers already offered for clubs and fields. In closing, I would like to say to continue to support a league that has been a staple in the Paris community for 26 years, not a club who sees Paris as a business opportunity to exploit families and to generate profits to enrich themselves. Thank you. Please consider that.
Aurelio Correa.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Folks, we gotta go through a lot of speakers, so if we can limit your clapping until we're done, okay, please?
Good evening, Mayor and Councilman. My name is Aurelio Correa. I'm here representing all the kids you see back here. Grew up in the community, playing soccer my whole life. Obviously, I'm so with the sport, I physically can't play it no more, but I'm still out here supporting the kids. I've been with the city since. Sorry about that, guys. I've been in the soccer community. Is that one better? Okay. Sorry. Hello. Sorry about that. As you guys can see, I'm here supporting all the little kids that are out here. You know, I've been in the soccer community my whole life. I just ask for you guys to do the right thing and not displace all the kids from the actual good fields we have in the city of Paris. We do a lot of good stuff for the community. It would be a shame to displace 600 plus kids from our good fields to outside organization of a fraction of kids that we got. So with that said, I just hope you guys make the right decision and not displace these kids. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Correa.
Julio Reyes.
Hello, everybody. Just to add on to what everyone has to say, I'm here representing the league, all the kids, the league that's been a part of Paris for 26 years, providing low-income families a pathway for their kids to have the opportunity to play at a competitive level. That's why we're getting kids from AYSO, and that's why other clubs like Surf are trying to come here because they call them the cash cows, right? So there's a big organization all over Southern California, maybe even more, trying to get into these fields, and it's a business, right? They're charging, like they said, $2,400 a year, plus additional fees for tournament, they scouting stuff, a bunch of stuff on top of that. We're charging the minimal fee, providing our kids a pathway where some of these parents cannot go to these big clubs. And you guys are planning to allow this big club in our low-income community to come here and take, you know, our money from our families here, right? They're charging double, triple the price, and we are doing the same services. Again, we've been here 26 years. We're providing role models. We do community outreach. I'm also the coach at Mount San Jacinto College. I bring the college athletes to talk to the kids, to let them know like about college readiness. I also put at UCR. I bring athletes there. We do trips to go see those games, and just bring these role models on these kids. Over 600 kids, and for you guys to try to take that away from, 500 families, it's pretty unfair to me. I think our organization brings a lot more pros than the few cons that you've probably heard, Mayor. So I do really think you guys should reconsider and keep supporting us like how you guys have been in the past. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes.
Julio Reyes.
So for the record, was that Julio Reyes Jr. first? Are you considered junior, the first one? Julio? Okay.
Hello, everybody. I have a big letter, so I'm not gonna be able to make it in 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna cut it. Just questions that I have in my mind. How did the SAR Club know our league was gonna be terminated before we have any meeting with anybody of you guys? How they just find out that the mayor wants out of the city of Paris? Just got on my mind. It just kind of bothers me. We have been accused that we break the city policies, but nothing in writing, not even emails, not even one text, nothing. Just one supervisor says that 8 months ago told us that something about breaking a rule or something. He said that. It's not even true. Referring to those three teams, Surf has three teams that they've been here for a long time, okay? And not only that, they want to take the fields away from us. We serve about 600 kids plus 300 adults. We only have one field, Petro Park. That's the only one that we have for 5 days. We have 600 kids in there every single day, okay? AYSO, with less than 200 kids, they have 4 fields. And even they want to take our only field away from us. So completely unfair. We tried to have a meeting with Mayor Malcolm. First was with Malcolm Corona, which I really thank you, the way you support us. But on the other hand, when we have a meeting with Mr. Michael Vargas, it was way different, okay? Way different. He was negative to all information that we have, black and white, because every accused that we have from then, we have in black and white. Not just a parent called me because they were studying that every time. Oh, that's because they call us. We have everything written down. They accuse us that we owe the city $8,000. We came on Saturday to find out they overcharging us more than $2,000 from the city staff. So actually it wasn't $8,000 because the mayor was worried about the $8,000. But for some reason, your city staff made him for more than $2,000 in our building. And you can find that everything is paid off, by the way. And again, we've been accused for a lot of three policies. They're saying that the kids, they live in good hope. We shouldn't be counting those as kids from Paris because they're in surrounding areas. Now they want us to tell those kids not to play because they're in the address it's Paris.
Time's up, Ms. Julio, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Edson Garfias.
Good afternoon. I'm Edson Garfias. Part of junior sports for 20 years. I've been playing since I was 15 here. Julio gave me the opportunity to start coaching 15 years ago, and I've been part of this community. I'm not from this area. I grew to this area. This is my home. Kids here, like everybody's saying, you're trying to take a park from kids from the Paris. I started Albion Temecula. I'm the founder of Albion Temecula. I left Empire Surf. I did not sign with them because of the reason of what? Stealing from kids, stealing from parents, lying to parents. And you know, Mr. Vargas, who I am. Your grandkid plays for Surf. You can't lie that. You cannot lie to anybody else. So I'm letting you know, you cannot take what Paris grew. Paris, this is a big community. This is the biggest community in soccer. This is my home. My sons played here since they were 5, 4. I built 15 teams at one time, over 300 kids. I'm giving them a path to coach. I got coaches always helping me out. We don't do it for money. Mark Conley, trust me, he's not a guy that you want in the city. I got Julio that's been on my back, has always been supportive. If you guys know me, I'm always about the kids. It's not about the money. I get left $100,000 in the table. I left Empire Surf, and I came back to Paris to coach Paris for free. So I want to let you know that you taking the park from the kids, you're going to have more violence. The kids in the parks, they need to play sports. So here in California, here in Paris, sports is big, soccer is big. Junior sports been with me 26 years. So I thank you that you guys reconsider leaving the fields for the kids here in Paris. This is Paris home. This is not Empire Surf. They're a corporation. And they keep stealing every day. I find out, I still have contact with all these families, and I get text message. I got text message just today. They want to leave Empire Surf, but guess what? They can't, because what? They owe money. If you leave, you still got to pay. Without coaching. Without playing. You don't have to play, they're still going to charge your credit card. Trust me, I've been there. They still owe me $5,000 from leaving Albion Temecula. And where is Mark? As he still haven't found, I still haven't collected my money. Even the last tournament, he didn't even let me run it, and I was not part of his fields. He kicked me and my wife out of the fields. So I want you guys to reconsider that this is Paris.
Jaya Matut.
Hello, Mr. Mayor. Are you a dad? Because are you a grandpa? Because I heard that your grandson is in surf, and you're taking away our soccer field. We are sad because we are sad because we have our soccer field taken away by surf. We practice there. We play there. That's where we learn to play soccer. Please don't take away our soccer field, Mr. Mayor. Please. Thank you.
Nayeli Sanchez.
Hi, my name is Nayeli Sanchez, and I have been asking the community to come out here and support our kids. We don't want our kids to be out there causing trouble, being in drugs. But, Mr. Mayor, what are you doing? You're taking away from our kids. Jayla's my daughter. She's been not having practice for 2 weeks. She's not able to go and play. She's been very stressed about this, so please don't take our parks away. If this is a conflict of interest because you have a family member with surf, this is not our problem. You have to keep your family out of this, of the government. Please, don't take our parks away.
Claire Cocoletzi.
Hello, my name's Claire Cocoletzi, and I play for Kicks FC, and it's not fair that you are taking away our fields. We were here first, and then Surf just came and took our fields away, and that's not fair.
Ashley Delgadillo Torres.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ashley. My son has now been with La Liga Intercities Kicks FC for 3 years now. As you can see, we are one big family here to represent and support to keep our field. As mentioned before, this other team has how many fields? When they have less kids, and we have 600 or more, including kids and adults, and we have one field, but we make it work. So it's not fair that this field is trying to be taken away from us. There are many kids here that have been here for years when they've been part of this for 26 years. And as said, it is a conflict of interest when it's for personal reasons that this is being taken away from us. There are many kids here, and this is what they dedicate themselves to play and practice every single day. This is what they want to do and be. So we hope that you reconsider and let us keep our field. Thank you.
Federico Guerra.
Good evening. We're here to support intercities. I'm coaching the little kids right now for 3 years. And it's unfair for us that you guys are taking our field. Let's be professional. We vote for you. I'm guessing that you're a professional person and you're not gonna take this personal. You're gonna leave our field, our kids, because our kids need the field to practice and play soccer. Let's be fair. We're not asking you for anything else, but just do your job. That's it. Let the kids keep the field. Let us continue what we're doing. I've been coaching since 2011 with junior sports intercities, and we really need you to be professional on doing your job. That's pretty much it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Francisco Solis.
Good evening, Mayor, esteemed members of the City Council. Parks and recreational facilities play a crucial role in fostering the physical, mental, and social development of our children. They provide a safe space and inclusive space for our youth to engage in healthy outdoor activities. These programs not only promote physical fitness, but instill important values such as teamwork, discipline, and resilience. Transparency is crucial to maintaining public trust and ensuring the decision aligns with the best interests of the community as a whole. You heard Julio Reyes just speak, confirming no notification was given. It is essential to avoid any perceptions of favoritism, Mayor, and conflict of interest from the board members. And sir, if we get your attention on the phone, does this interest you or not? I've seen a couple of you guys using your phones. You guys have elections coming, and we have support from 500 kids, times that by 10 or 20 from family members of surrounding cities and even out of the counties that were willing to come here and step up for us. You know what? I'm gonna get over my generic speech, and we're here to get to the point. If you guys are willing to open discussion and be serious about what we're talking about here. This is not fair for us. You guys are bringing in a corporation. You guys have brought in other corporations for warehouses, right? Have you guys taken donations from Empire Surf? That's what we want to know. That's the transparency. You know, we don't know if it is the conflict of interest of whether your grandchildren are playing in a league and you're playing favoritism with them. But if that is the case, we need transparency. Or if not, you need to make it fair for all leagues, not just AYSO with those pictures you post, you know. We're Kicks, and we are part of the Paris community, and we need the respect just like everybody else, Mayor. We need pictures with you as well. We need your support. Sir, once again, this is what you are setting the example for everybody else here, because we have seen not just you, but other ones using their phones, and we want all your respect here, please. Please, we need your help to keep this going for us. Thank you.
Marta. Martha.
Go ahead, call the next one, we can come back.
Myra Brito.
Myra's not here either?
No, I think she's outside as well.
What's the next person's name?
Raul Valves.
Are you Myra? Is Raul Valdez in the room?
Yeah, he's coming.
Okay, you're next, Raul. Go ahead, Myra.
Hi, yes, I just want to address the issue about the kids staying without a park. I mean, I've been with them for 5 years. We coach a team for all girls, and it's been a pleasure. My daughter started playing. She loves it. I have a daughter that didn't want to play, and now she loves it too. So I really agree with everything that the other coach said. Just keep in mind that everybody's going to relocate if you guys move us. And it's going to be really hard. For me, it's like a drive. For everybody else, it's going to be a drive. They're going to have to find different teams, different people. So we are going to start all over again. So just keep in mind that. And hopefully you guys should reconsider and just let us have the park. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Raul Valdez. I'm here to represent the 500 kids that play in our club and in our league. For me, there's been 3 generations playing for this league already, my father, me, and my daughter. So I just hope you guys could reconsider and be fair with us. And I support everybody here, and I'm hoping you guys take the right decision, okay? Okay, you guys, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Valdez.
Martha?
What's her last name? I just put Martha. Is there anybody else?
Victor Ariola?
Who's after Victor?
We still have plenty.
Who's after Victor?
Armando.
Call him out so we can have,
Armando Hurtado?
he's in the room. That's good. Okay. Go ahead, Victor.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council. I'm coming up here as a dad of 2 girls that play with the teams. I honestly can't believe that you guys want to take our park away from us. Like, you guys can't see all the support from all the parents, from all the kids that are here. This means something to this community. I mean, how can you guys do this to our kids? You know, these are our kids from Paris. This is our park. They should stay with us. The city of Paris or the kids of Paris, for all of us. You know, all these parents, just me speaking right now, but I mean, all the ones that are outside, all these kids that you just heard earlier, I mean, if you guys don't see that, how are you guys really doing your job? I mean, with good faith, really? You guys are gonna sit here and say, we're doing the right thing? Come on, that's not fair to them. That's not fair to the moms, to the dads that get off of work, that drive to bring their kids to practice. Now they're gonna have to be sent somewhere else. How's that fair? How's that fair for our community? So I just wanted my voice to be heard today. And you guys know that, you know, if you guys really do take this away from us, like how can you guys do that in good faith? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arroyo. Who's after Mr. Hurtado?
Steve Macias?
Steve, are you in the room?
Sorry, you called my name first.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Hurtado.
Good evening, City Council members, officials, and city staff and management. My name is Armando Hurtado, the founder of the Hispanic Association of Small Businesses. And I've learned that the City of Paris, and more particularly the Parks and Recreation Committee, will attempt to terminate the lease affecting negatively around 600 children and young adults, not to mention the parents and the volunteers that participate in this organization. Parks and Recreation has decided to terminate the lease for the Inner Soccer City League, which has been serving the community of Paris for more than 26 years. This nonprofit organization has been operating with their own funds and has never asked the city for Paris for any grants or donations to run this soccer activity that benefits the community. On the contrary, this league pays city approximately $35 to $40 per hour for using the city parks for the kids to practice and play. This is about $4,500 per month that they pay to the city. As per the meetings that I attended, as invited by this organization, with Parks and Recreation and also with the officials. I learned that the city is alleging that they subleasing and that they're linking on their lease payments and that the league has violated certain lease policies and other complaints. This league does not have, the league does not have enough players that are residents in Paris. That this show the contrary, and look outside too. All these players are resident, otherwise they wouldn't be here. Parks and Recreation stated that it has at least, even Josh from Parks and Recreation stated that they have at least 400 documented players at the Paris residence. This is more than any league in Paris has. AYS only has around 200 or 300 players, and the Surf Club in Paris only has about 30 players. However, AYSO is granted more soccer fields and more time to play and practice than Inner City Soccer League in question. The Inner Soccer League alleges that he is current on the lease and that he has recent receipts to prove that he's current on the lease. Julio Reyes also stated that when he asked the meeting for proof of violation, he was never given any in writing. He also asked for proof of complaints in writing, and he has never been given any. He further asked for the option to remedy the situation if such violations existed, and he also volunteered to not invite the Good Hope Mid-Valley players to play in the city if that was conflictive, and so the city would not consider that a sublease. The city did not provide answers at that meeting. He also offered to comply with policies provided, but he said the policies were not given to him in writing. I believe this league.
Time's up. Thank you. All right, this was Steve that was coming up?
Steve Macias, and to follow Cesar Reyes.
Cesar, are you in the room? Thank you.
How's it going, Mayor and City Council? I'm not too good with this, but, I'm just here to support Kicks, I've been in Parish for, 2 years now? And when I got here, I never played soccer in my life. My son fell in love with the sport here at Kicks, and I'm not here to say about your grandson. I'm just saying all kids are important, for whoever's kids they are. But these kids have been playing, like you said, these people have been 26 years here. How can you take that away from them, Like the other gentleman said, we got home from work. I'm eating my spaghetti on the way to the practice, putting my seatbelt on sometimes. But, I'm just rushing to get there. And then, you're trying to take that away even farther. I don't think that's right, I'm not here to bash nobody, but do the right thing, because it's the right thing to do. All these parents, the moms and the dads, they put the heart and soul into this, and it's not for them, it's for the kids. It's not for you guys, it's for the kids. This program is for them to grow, to keep them off the streets, to keep them from gang banging. All the wrong things, all the stuff you see out there, people running amok, doing a bunch of dirt. This soccer league keeps them off the streets. So just do the right thing. Thank you.
Cesar Reyes.
Are you Martha?
Yes.
Oh, Cesar, you're still in the room, right? Cesar. I'm sorry? Oh, okay.
But it's going to be her. Hi, my name is Marta Maya, and I've been with the Intercity League since 2004. So my son grew up in here. So thanks to all this community right here, and you should get up, go see outside how many people is outside supporting us. For you guys, don't make a mistake to take away those parks for those kids. My son is 26 right now, and he grew up in here with this league. So you guys shouldn't make those mistakes for them. That park is for those little kids right there. Arguing with you guys is for not to take away those parks for them. So you think it's fair for them to go somewhere else to play when we have nice parks in here? If they belong to Paris, If you would like kids to go to Orange County, to Long Beach to play, if you belong to Paris and you have beautiful parks in here, thanks to us, Petro Park is building, if you guys don't know that. Thanks to the community, that park is built because we, as a community, we support that. Just keep that in mind, please, and don't make that big mistake that you guys wanted to do it. Thank you.
What's your first name? Oh, Gabby.
Gabby,
Okay.
yes.
Gabby, all right, if you guys, we need to have some order here, okay? If we're gonna keep, hold on, City Clerk. We're letting everybody speak, but we need you guys to be quiet as well when it's time, okay? Who's after Gabby Reyes?
Benjamin Orozco.
Benjamin, are you in the room? Thank you. Okay, Ms. Reyes.
Hi, I'm here as a city member, a taxpayer, a community leader, a county advocate, as a mom, and more important, I'm here as a daughter. Just like your daughter is here supporting you, I'm here supporting my dad. We started 26 years ago. I saw my dad painting a soccer field with coffee beans to make our teams play, to make our city pay. We have never received any money from the city, just like other organizations do. So we're not here to take any city money. We're here to have our kids play, have a nice place for them to play. We have become our own soccer family, and as you see, we have 500 people outside waiting for here to also testify in person that they want these fields. Not in calls, because if that's the case, we can also make the calls. The parents are upset. You had a lot of calls saying that there was complaints. This was just one person. This was just Surf. Mayor, I think you should consider the decision you are making. You're taking away not from the parents, you're taking away from the kids, family. And advocating as a mother, how do you want me to go home and tell my children who look forward to these practices, say, there's no more practices? I can't drive from work to a soccer field because mommy has to work. So I hope and I pray that God opens your heart to make the right choice.
Who's after Benjamin?
Maria Matias.
Hi, my name is Benjamin.
Hold on, Benjamin. Is Maria in the room? Okay, go ahead, Benjamin.
Yes, hi. I have two. I'm coach for two teams, and I practice in Petro Park Thursdays. The day they want to take away from me. By doing that, you're destroying my team, and those teams I see them as family. You're destroying my family for your benefit, or I don't know, family matter, whatever it is. So it's not fair for you to take our parks for something that you're gonna gain money or family matter, but it's not fair for us and our family. I don't know if you've seen outside what the support is. So I'm hoping that you make the right decision for us and the city. Thank you.
Thank you.
To follow, Fernando Gonzalez.
Fernando, are you in the room? Okay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Maria Matias. I have been privileged to be part of the Paris community, both in AYSO and now Kicks FC. I have been able to coach your son, your grandson, my bad. Alfonso, he was in my team last season. So everybody knows this is what happened one day. Lights didn't go off at Morgan. What does he do? Call Grandpa. Grandpa, we need lights on. Not even a minute passes, lights are on. Why? Why did that happen so fast? When you guys have, some kind of thing that, it has to go through other people, right? But no, that shows you the favoritism right there. You guys are gonna sit there and say, oh no, there's no favoritism, there's nothing ever. No, let's be fair, let's keep it real. Let's give the kids the park. That's all they're asking for. You guys are gonna increase prices, fine. Well, we as the parents will deal with that. All we want is our kids to play. I'm here for my daughter, I'm here for my kids. I have a whole bunch of kids that follow me to kicks from AYSO. Why? I'm not a great coach. I'm not. But guess what? I'm there for the kids. I'm there to make them feel special and that, hey, we're a community. You need something? I got you. If I could help you, I'll be there for you. Mayor, you need to be like that too. And I'm just here to tell you, let the park be. Let them have it. Point, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Fernando Gonzalez.
Who's after Fernando?
To follow, Rosa Guzman.
Rosa, are you in the room? Okay.
Good evening, Major and esteemed members of the City Council. Transparency is key to maintaining public trust. Today, we heard Julio Reyes highlight that he did not receive any notifications of the actions you were planning to take, along with the fact that today you try to silence him. I repeat, transparency is key to maintaining public trust. Major, it is essential to avoid any perceptions of favoritism or conflict of interest that may arise from exclusive access to facilities, as you're trying to do with ASO and SERV. Our children deserve equal opportunities and the chance to thrive through organized sports. I encourage a collaborative dialogue between the city councils and the community to find a solution that preserves access to these important parks and facilities. Let us work together to explore alternatives, such as scheduling or facility allocation modifications, something that ensures fair and equitable use by various organizations in our community. It makes absolutely no sense why 600 plus kids who are part of our community should be removed from our parks. And finally, I'd just like to say thank you for taking the time to listening to me, but I would like to welcome the opportunity for further discussion and a collaboration today. It makes no sense why we have to wait for a vote and you guys are gonna just listen to us today and just go ahead and decide. It makes no sense. We're all part of the community. Make it right.
Hold on, Rosa.
Good evening.
Hold on.
Okay.
Who's next?
That is all.
Okay, Rosa, go ahead.
Good evening. As a parent of one of the kids from junior sports, my son started playing when he was 3 years ago. He's 5. He started playing for Mighty Bites for the city of Paris, which was in Moreno Valley. After that, they told us to sign up for ISO. After wanting to go to that league, they tried to charge us over $1,200, and we found La Liga Intercities, which was more convenient for the money, and it was closer to home, which, Moreno Valley, it's like 25 minutes. Speaking of Moreno Valley, we did see you, Major, taking pictures with ISO, Moreno, supporting them. In the 3 years that we've been in Kicks, I've never seen you support us. Paris is well known. Paris is well known in other cities like Riverside, Temecula, Murrieta, San Bernardino, even West Covina, because our kids have taken the name of Paris way up high. Nobody knew where was Paris, like where was their soccer, because Paris is a small city. And then these kids, the Liga Intercities, started going for other tournaments, and we would pay for it. We gather the money. All the parents always get together to support their kids and to them wherever they need to go. But I just think you, your family, and everybody here should consider taking that park, Patriot Park, from our kids. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it. Anybody else? I'll take a couple more speakers, and then I'm going to close the public comment. Go ahead, ma'am. Ma'am, you in the red blouse. The woman in the red blouse, and you can be next. Can you please state your name?
Name is Maria Camargo, and this is my son, Franco Camargo. Good evening, everyone, and community that's outside too, supporting this cause. My son is deaf. He started playing 2.5 years ago. We initially went to AYSO so he could start playing. He was turned away because of his disability. So we found La Liga Intercities, and they had no problem with him being deaf and wanting to play. We've been with him 2.5 years. He loves playing soccer. You should see him running down the field. And even though he can't speak, he can't hear, he sees the ball and he knows what to do. So I'm forever grateful for them for giving him the opportunity to play and learn, because he did not know anything about soccer or how to touch the ball, anything. And you should see him right now. He's still learning, but he's really good at it in my eyes. So I please beg you to reconsider your whatever you want to do with Patriot. The kids need this. The parents need this. It's an opportunity for them to stay active after school and be doing something instead of playing video games, being on the phone. And for him, he's made a lot of new friends outside of his special education classes that he goes to. So please reconsider. Thank you for listening and have a good evening.
Thank you. All right, here's our last speaker. Please state your first and last name.
My name is Carlos Piriz, P-I-R-I-Z. Hello, members of the council. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you guys today. I want to give you a little background. I'm a first-team All-American. I had a full-ride scholarship to Loyola Marymount University. And all due was because of the inter-city leagues that provided that for me for free, not paid to play. And that's what you guys are allowing right now by allowing a corporation like Surf to come into the city. I personally know, because I did work for big clubs like LA Galaxy, and I just want to educate a little bit about what's going on right now within the clubs, and how the big clubs are trying to take over the little clubs, right? They're trying to push them out, and all that because they want the money, they want the revenue. And I understand why you guys feel that, Empire Surf, or not Empire Surf, but the Surf brand coming in is going to provide tournaments and be able to bring revenue to the city of Paris. But at what cost? At the cost of all these little kids that are right here that cannot pay for that? That to me is really unfair. And you guys are taking the opportunity for them to then go and open up doors to go get a college education, go and play. And that's not going to be allowed when you guys are taking that away and keep coming and bringing in all these corporations that all they want to do is just take over the fields so then they could just take over more of the money that, unfortunately right now, the state of soccer in the United States is whoever could pay is going to get the opportunities. But if you can, sorry, you're going to be left out. And that's what we got to change, and it has to start right now. So I hope you guys reconsider about the opportunities that you guys are going to be taking away by allowing Surf to come in. Like I said, my opportunities came from allowing to play for free every single weekend with friends, with people that care for you, that didn't come in. I come in for free to give my knowledge, the stuff that I was able to, the opportunities I was able to learn from everything that soccer has given them, to Kicks FC. I helped Julio out. I helped, all the Kicks coaches around, because I feel like at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So please reconsider and allow these kids to, have a future for them. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to item 9, which is our approval of minutes. If folks want to leave, we'll wait a little bit, but there's no decision, there's nothing on the agenda for the parks or Patriot Park, so, but you're more than welcome to stick around. It's not on the agenda, ma'am. I don't know what was explained to you by the league, but this is not on the agenda. We're not voting on anything. This is not a council matter, so I need to move on with the meeting. And we'll make our comments at the end of the meeting after we go through the rest of the agenda. Okay, I don't have that answer. This is not a decision by the council. This is something that staff is doing, and they'll more than welcome to speak to Julio after the end of the meeting, but the public comment period is over. The mayor and the council is not making a decision on this. This is not for us to make a decision. This is a city manager, staff, or administration issue. Okay, 9A is consideration of, approval of minutes. 9A is consideration to approve the minutes of the regular joint meeting held on July 25th, 2023 of the City Council, successor agency to the redevelopment agency, and all the other entities as listed on our agenda. And then 9, well, we'll take them separately, so let me entertain a motion for 9A. I have one by Mayor Pro Tem Nava, second by Councilwoman Nava. Please call the vote.
Five oh, motion approved.
Thank you. 9B is consideration to approve the minutes of the special joint meeting held on August 22nd, 2023 of the City Council and all the other agencies as listed on our agenda. We have a motion by Councilman Rabb, second by Councilman Corona. Please call the vote. Let me, I did clarify. Did I say August 22nd, 2023?
I think you did, but if you
But
didn't, you're good.
We had a meeting held on July 25th, 2023, and August 22nd, 2023. All right, and we do have Councilman Rabb motioning and Corona seconding. Call the vote, please.
5-0, motion approved.
Item 10 is consent calendar. Consent calendar items are normally enacted in one motion. The mayor or city council may remove a consent calendar item for a separate action. Public comment is limited to 3 minutes. Madam Clerk, do we have any requests to speak on this matter?
No, sir.
Anybody in the audience wishing to speak at this time on the consent calendar? All right, I'm going to defer presently to the city attorney, Mr. Koo, for some comments on item 10.1.
Thank you, Mayor. The Brown Act requires the oral reporting of item 10I. Item 10I is an amendment to the city manager's contract and a related resolution. If approved, it would increase city manager's salary by 6% to $292,613, $292,613. Thank you.
Thank you. Council, anybody have any requests to pull an item for separate action or comment?
Yes, I'd like to pull item K for separate, just comment.
Anybody else?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, if I may pull item 10A
For comment or discussion?
for separate vote.
Okay. Anybody else? All right, and we're looking for a motion for the consent calendar items except for 10K and A. I have a motion by Councilwoman Rogers, second by Councilman Rab. Please call a vote.
Five oh, motion approved.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Rab, item 10K.
Yes, I'd like to appreciate the opportunity to speak. For the public, 10K is an item to award a contract to build a Cesar Chavez statue in front of the library. I reviewed the plans for the statue. Statue looks great. The fact that it's a life-size statue is great. The fact that it's on a pedestal is great. Just a few items I'd just like to bring to staff's attention and just to the council's attention. I would like this item, if possible, be referred back to the park committee. I'm okay with moving forward on awarding the contract, just to address several items. One is the plaques. I see that the plaques are bronze plaques. I know there's been a rash of thefts of bronze plaques throughout the state. Making sure they're fastened on and there's theft proof, or even if not, maybe even engraving it on the stone. The second item is the view from the main window of the library. According to the plans, the statue is going to set in front of the main window. There's a little path right there. I would just like a little bit more fleshing out to see maybe the view once you place that statue. I believe it's 5'6" with a 3-foot base. I think it was like 8 feet total, a little over 8 feet total. Just to see how that view will impact the view from the library, because I know that was one of the major not sticking points, was major off factors when the library opened 29 years ago, was that view from the children's area. So just toying with that, maybe even moving it to other areas. I do think it needs to be on Paris Boulevard to show that, hey, we're committed to the work of Cesar Chavez and his life, but just making sure it doesn't impact the view from that window. And then the last thing I'd like Parks Committee to consider is, I know this option 2 had the quote with Cesar Chavez's birth and death years, along with a quote from him, and then it had the council members listed. Perhaps we can make our section smaller and enlarge his section, as long as people, can see. I mean, to be honest, 30 years from now, people will have a vague idea who we were, but they're gonna be like, who's this Rab guy, But I think it's important that we highlight his quote, and then maybe we can add the year and the month when we dedicate the statue.
All right, let me make a recommendation here, because the route you're going, we're going to go back and forth. So let's make this an agenda item for the next meeting for a full discussion, and everybody can give their input, because if we go back to the parks, they're going to talk about it, and we come back, then what if someone else has another recommendation? We can hash them all out together collectively.
So for the timing, I mean, so are you saying that that you're for approving the contract and then we could hash it all out? Is that?
Yes, I'm in favor of approving the contract, and I trust your guys' judgment. It looks great so far. These are things you just to consider. We can move forward with the design of the project. Just those 4 or 5 things, just want to put it on the record.
But again, it's got to come back again for approval, right?
I'm willing to approve the amount. It's just something that we
No,
can
I'm
decide.
talking about the changes you make. You're not going to want to see them?
I think staff will flesh it out, and I trust their judgment in the long run. If they go with this, it's something I won't, be disappointed with. I just think we can enhance it. So I think just to expedite the project, these are just concerns I just want to put on the record. And Park Committee could work with the design staff, and then we can move forward on the project.
Okay, but I'm telling you right now, this is a $400 and some $1,000 project. When you're done just doing what you're doing, you need to come back to the full council again to show this to us. You can't just let them go on a subcommittee,
Well,
not on that kind of a purchase.
Well, Mayor, I think part of it was to see if we were to approve it and we make those minor changes, will that increase the cost? Because I think we also put in there a 20% contingency. But now, just keep in mind that the final rendition that you saw was the first time we saw that too. So we kind of brought up changes and stuff like that.
Okay.
And they said they were gonna do that. So these are all things I definitely agree with you on. Yeah, but will that add the cost, those changes? I feel like they're kind of minor.
Yes, Honorable Mayor, members of the council. Some of these locations, we'll have to kind of vet out the view location. And this is the view from the arch window on Paris Boulevard. So we can certainly look at other locations off of Paris Boulevard. So the plaque size doesn't change, so the amount doesn't change as well. We do have a project contingency of 20% that we can pull from for any changes. But we do have the contractor here available, Corey Johnson from Oak Tree Design, if there are additional questions regarding pricing.
Oh, we have the contractor here. I'd maybe direct a few questions to the contractor present.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. Just a few questions regarding the plaque. If we were to make the other, I'll scratch that last question. In terms of the view from the picture window, do we have any renderings or any drawings showing how it will maybe impact the view from, patrons visiting the children's section or just the library in general? From the inside of the building?
No, we don't, sir.
Okay, that's just something I just would like all the parties to consider. It could be where it's minor. I just don't want to put it there and then it blocks the view from the window. Because I know I go to the library at least once a week and I know it's very important to have a great view out of that window.
We could move it to the right or to the left. Yeah.
And that was just my only question, so I'm prepared to move forward on this.
No, not this scale.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I did go to the library over this weekend. I saw exactly the window, and I definitely agree with you. It's gonna be our first statue in the city of Paris, and yes, it is expensive. But keep in mind the taxpayers aren't paying for this. This is coming from our archdiff. I just want to let the public know that. I'm open to even drawing it really close so everyone just gets a view of it. Keep in mind, Cesar Chavez actually did come to Paris, the city of Paris, before, and he actually did speak at that very park, in the same location before it became a library.
You want it closer where, to the window?
No, closer to the street, to the
street,
corner,
yeah.
closer to the corner. I know there was discussion of it having, being in front of the library, since it is Cesar Chavez Library is holding a book, which sounds like a great idea. With this one though, I feel like we're spending a lot, and it's gonna be like such a great thing. I would really like the city and all visiting people to see it as much as possible. I'm definitely open to everything though, but I definitely agree with the plaques. Our name should not be competing with the person who's the statue is there for. I'm okay with having that even on the side or anything. But would any of those changes add in cost? Are those?
No, like when the gentleman said that taking off the bronze and engraving into the stone, that would be less.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that would be, the bronze. The theft of the bronze, it's on there pretty hard, so it's a rarity, My company does this for a living. We haven't had many issues of them being stolen, so.
I don't think we've had any of our
Yeah,
plaques stolen in the city,
it's a
right?
rarity for them. I mean, it's in there with dowels, and they'd have to really get in there with something to.
Okay. I work in San Bernardino, and I know they stole the one in front of the McDonald's Museum. Also stole, but those have been there for 20, 30 years, 40, 100 years. So that's just my concern.
It would take some kind of machine to, not a pry bar.
Okay.
Right. And then I think the changes we'll probably discuss. You know, I did have issues with, you know, they got Cesar Chavez and the boy, they're looking at one direction, and the girl's just doing her own thing, wandering off or something. So if we could just kind of, you know, play around with that a little bit. But hopefully that won't increase the cost. You know, I mean,
No,
still have a child, but doing something, but
Correct.
other than running away.
Correct, yeah. We went back and forth a few times with this. There will be a final rendering.
Gotcha.
For 100% of approval on something like this, before it goes to production.
Yeah, but I'm, you know, it's beautiful. I can't wait till we do it. And the goal is to have it by the time we have our 30th anniversary of our library. So that would be the goal. Which would be, what we say, April, June?
June.
June?
And that can be delivered by then?
It takes 9 months to have this made. Yeah, this is, we're on the wire here.
June is 6, yeah, we're in the wire.
It's a long time.
Well, I mean, we got to see that the changes that they're going to make. You can approve it tonight, the funding, but he's got to finalize the drawings and make sure we're all happy with it.
Yeah, we can get drawings within the week.
And that you can send on a weekly report. All
I
right.
just had another quick comment. Most of them have already been addressed, but regarding location of the monument, is this, I see a walkway right in front of it. Is this ADA accessible as well? I know it's, but I just want to make sure that our pedestrians have a chance to really, you know, have access to this monument rather than the traffic as it drives by. I would feel like it would have a greater impact if folks can walk up to or, you know, get near the monument. So whatever location we identify, just wanted to make sure that that's on the radar. Thank you.
Okay, will do.
All right. You want to make your motion, Mr. Rab?
Yes. I'd move approval, but add that the items that we discussed go back to parks, the park committee in the near future to resolve them or move on them.
If you're going to wait for parks, that's 2 months from now. Right? Didn't you just have a meeting? Just have a meeting this month?
We did, but it'll be next month.
Oh, I thought we meet all every 2 months, not parks.
We meet every month. We're locked in.
Next month. Well, I'm just trying to meet this man's 9 months. You guys want to get this done, so this is 8, September's 9.
If we need to have a special meeting, we can do that.
That's, you're gonna barely be cutting that edge. so.
It's on the wire.
But you can work 24/7, right? All right. I got a motion by Councilman Rabb, second by Councilwoman Rogers. Call the vote, please.
Five oh, motion approved.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out, sir. Appreciate it. All right, 10A, Mayor Pro Tem? You just want a separate vote?
That's correct.
All right, then I'm looking for a motion on 10A. This item was just pulled for a separate vote. I have a motion by Councilwoman Rogers, second by Councilman Rabb. Please call the vote.
Rab, Rogers, Vargas, yes. Nava, Corona, no.
Thank you. All right, item 11 is our public hearings. 11A is consideration to adopt proposed resolution number next in order regarding annexation of DPR 21-00003 to the city maintenance districts. DPR 21-00003 is located on Redlands Avenue in Ryder. This item is going to be introduced by our city engineer, John Porcazami.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor,
Porcazami.
members of the City Council. Dulce Diaz with Will Dan, we present this project before you.
Thank you, Dulce.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, council members, and staff. DPR 21-0003 is the construction of a 132,818 square foot industrial building on the southwest corner of Redlands Avenue and Ryder Street As a condition of approval, the project is required to annex into the city's maintenance districts to pay for the benefit and annual costs associated with the property once it is developed. The proposed maximum annual assessment for the project is $15,612.02. On June 13th, the City Council approved resolutions initiating the annexations for this project, set the public hearings for tonight. At this time, staff is asking the mayor to open and close the public hearings. Following the hearings, the clerk is to open the ballots. There is one per district. If there is no majority protest, then the City Council can consider the approval of the resolutions confirming these annexations. Unless there are any questions, that concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Council, anybody, any quick questions for clarifications? You're going to open up the public hearing, 8:38. Madam Clerk, do we have any requests to speak?
No, sir.
Anybody in the audience wishing to speak on this item? Okay, we're going to close the public hearing at 8:38. And I'll call on the city clerk to open up the 3 ballots.
City of Paris annexation of DPR 21-00003, Maintenance District Number 84-1. The ballot is marked yes. City of Paris annexation of DPR 21-00003 to benefit Zone 171, Landscape Maintenance District Number 1. The ballot is marked yes. City of Paris annexation of DPR 21-00003 to benefit Zone 136, Flood Control Maintenance District Number 1. The ballot is marked yes.
Thank you. At this time, I'll call for a motion on the 3 resolutions. A motion by Councilwoman Rogers, second by Councilman Rabb. Please call the vote.
5-0, motion approved.
Thank you. 11B is consideration to adopt proposed resolution numbers next in order regarding annexation of DPR 21-00003 to the CFD 2001-3 North Paris Public Safety District. Annexation number 57, DPR 21-00003 Industrial Building is located on Redlands Avenue in Ryder. This will be introduced by Director of Finance, Matthew Schenk.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor. Again, like this item, we will have Dulce Diaz from Wheeldan Financial.
Honorable Mayor, City Council members, and staff, this presentation is for the same item I previously presented on. For this item, on July 25th, 2023, the City Council adopted the resolutions of intention declaring the intention to annex the territory into the district and then the public hearing for tonight. Therefore, we request that the city opens a public hearing on this annexation. If there is no protest, adopt a resolution calling for the special election. The property owner has waived the waiting period, so we may conduct the special election tonight. Finally, once the election is conducted, adopt the resolution declaring the result of the election, ordering the annexation, and direct the recording of the notice of special tax lien. And I will be available if there are any questions.
Thank you. Does anybody have any quick questions for clarification? I'm going to open up the public hearing at 8:41. Madam Clerk, do you have any requests to speak?
No, sir.
In the audience wishing to speak on this item? Hearing none, I'm going to close the public hearing at 8:42. And I'll call for a motion on the first resolution. I have a motion by Councilwoman Rogers, second by Councilman Rabb. Please call the vote.
Mr. Chair, if I may, or Mr. Mayor, if I may. I might have missed it, but did we open the ballot?
getting ready.
We're getting ready to.
We have to do the resolution first.
Can you call the vote, please?
5-0, motion approved.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, can you open the ballot, please?
Community Facilities, District Number 2001-3, North Paris Public Safety of the City of Paris, Annexation Number 57, Special Tax and Appropriations Limit Election. The ballot is marked yes.
Thank you. All right, council looking for a motion on the second resolution.
Motion declaring the results of the election.
A motion by Councilwoman Rogers, second by Councilman Rad. Please call the vote.
Five oh, motion approved.
Thank you. 11C is consideration to adopt proposed resolution number next in order regarding annexation of DPR 21-00003 to CFD 2018-02 Public Services District. Annexation of number 19 DPR 21-00003 Industrial Building is located at Redlands Avenue and Ryder Street. This will be introduced by our Director of Finance, Mr. Matthew Schenk.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor. Again, this item will be presented by Dulce Diaz.
Thank you, Dulce.
Honorable Mayor, council members, and staff, again, this presentation is for the item I previously presented on for the same project. We request that staff follow the same procedure as the previous item. Thank you.
Thank you. Council, anybody have any questions? I'm going to open up the public hearing. 8:44. Madam Clerk, do we have any requests to speak?
Sir.
Anybody in the audience wishing to speak on this particular item? Hearing none, we're going to close at 8:45. And I'll call for a motion on the first resolution. A motion by Councilwoman Rogers, second by Councilman Rab. Please call the vote. You don't count her in. She's absent for the vote.
It's still missing one person.
Who?
Oh, now we have four. It said 3 on the mayor's. Oh.
I didn't hit it. Okay, we're. Are we good now?
No, it still says 4.
I thought I hit. Oh, I
You
missed
did
it.
vote. That's who we're missing.
I hit withdrew.
5-0, motion approved.
Okay. All right, Madam Clerk, open the ballot, please.
Community Facilities, District Number 2018-02, Public Services District of the City of Paris, Annexation Number 19, Special Tax and Appropriations Limit Election. The ballot is marked yes.
All right, I'll call for motion on the second resolution.
Motion declaring the results of the election.
A motion by Councilwoman Rogers, second by Councilman Rab. Please call the vote.
5-0, motion approved.
Thank you. 11D is consideration to introduce the first reading of proposed ordinance amendment number next in order to amend Chapter 7.50 of the Paris Municipal Code requiring commercial establishments with facilities larger than 2,500 square feet to provide healthy food and beverage items as a default option at checkout aisles. This item has been continued from our July 25th, 2023 meeting. This is going to be introduced by our Director of Community Services, Sonia Chavez.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council. Recreation and Public Services Manager Crystal Lopez will be presenting this item before you.
I know it's late, so I'll try to make this a little brief. Good evening, Honorable Mayor, City Council, and City staff. I am here tonight to present to you the Healthy Options at Checkout Ordinance Amendment. The Healthy Options at Checkout campaign was first introduced to the city in 2021 by public health advocates, and on February 14th, 2023, the city adopted the ordinance into effect on July 1st, 2023. The ordinance requires Paris commercial establishments with groceries larger than 2,500 square feet to provide healthy food and beverage items as the default option at checkout aisles. Today's item is in continuance from the July 25th City Council meeting and will be introducing proposed amendments to this ordinance. The Healthy Options at Checkout ordinance puts healthier options at the forefront and aligns with the city's Live Well Paris initiative, our healthy eating and active living resolution to promote wellness and healthier lifestyles, and our general plan's healthy community element, with one of the goals to promote citywide health through healthy food outlets. Lastly, it's important to note that this ordinance does not prohibit a store's ability to sell or consumers' ability to purchase food or beverages that fall outside of the ordinance requirements. As a result of the July 25th meeting, city staff met with California Grocers Association and Stater Bros Market to discuss their concerns and also present to them the newest updates and proposed amendments, which I will be sharing in the next slide. As mentioned, California Grocers Association submitted letters requesting amendments to the adopted ordinance, and staff met with them 4 times. Additionally, staff met with Center for Science and the Public Interest, an organization who led the efforts of the Healthy Options at Checkout campaign at City of Berkeley and are currently leading them throughout California. Additionally, staff also met with the public health advocates, and both organizations were in support of the proposed recommendations as they still align with the Healthy Options at Checkout campaign. Before you are the set of 10 requests received by CGA, California Grocers Association, and before I review them, those with the green check mark mean that staff is proposing to agree to the recommendation. Those with the yellow dash mean that staff is recommending a change to the specific area but not that request. And those with the red X mark mean that staff does not recommend this proposed amendment, and I will further be explaining those in yellow and red marks. Of the 10 requests, staff agreed to 6. Additionally, in response to the July 25th meeting, staff proposed an 11th amendment that was presented to CGA and Stater Brothers on August 17th. These proposed amendments would make it easier and provide flexibility to businesses in implementing the ordinance. The requests are as follows. The first set of requests were received on March 22nd, and staff is recommending to revise and remove the total fat and saturated fat requirements. The second request proposes to simplify the food group requirements and base the measurements on the first ingredient as identified in the food categories as follows: sugar-free gum, fruit or vegetables, nuts or seeds, whole grains, or low-fat and fat-free dairy. Additionally, staff is proposing to add mints and legumes. It is recommended to proceed with this change as requested. The third request asks for a new implementation date of at least 12 months and from adoption. Staff is proposing to proceed with an implementation date of January 2024. The fourth request proposes removal of total fat limits, which we're recommending, and the fifth request is proposing a checkout area consistent with Berkeley's requirement at 3 feet. Staff is proposing to remove the waiting area and remain at 6 feet, and to add clear language defining the 6-foot distance radius and removal of the waiting area. The second set of requests were received on May 24th, and the 6 requests asked to adjust the fruit and vegetable sizes from 12 ounces to 20 ounces, and we are proceeding to recommend this request. The 7th request asks for the checkout areas to be in 50% compliance with the food and beverage requirements within their 3-foot radius request. Staff is recommending no change to this area and to remain at 100% compliant following the standards as currently adopted in the ordinance. The 8th request is proposing the ordinance to apply to all food retailers such as mini-marts, not just those with groceries. Staff is recommending no change to the current ordinance applicability to the types of commercial establishments. The current ordinance requires commercial establishments with groceries larger than 2,500 square feet, where 15 stores currently meet those requirements. The ninth request is proposing to adjust the standards from per package to per serving. Staff is recommending no change to this amendment, as during the outreach led by public health advocates and Love for Life, residents selected the per package requirements, and per serving would allow unhealthier food items to qualify under the requirement, such as family-sized chips. Additionally, staff is proposing to add additional language that clearly exempts fruit and vegetables from the food requirements to avoid further confusion. Additional comments were received on July 11th, and the 10 requests we are recommending is to remove the ordinance requirements parameters for checkout counters located outside of the primary checkout area typically found at the front of the store. Staff is recommending to proceed with adding language to the ordinance amendment to exclude those additional checkout areas from the requirements, which include checkout areas at bakeries, delis, electronics section, or garden section. Lastly, following the July 25th City Council meeting, concerns regarding nuts were raised, and the additional recommendation presented to CGA and Stater Brothers Market was to exempt nuts, seeds, and legumes from subsections 1 through 3 of the ordinance, which includes a 200-calorie requirement, sugar per package requirement, and sodium per package requirement. In providing further support to businesses, city staff will host a workshop to provide businesses an update on the proposed amendments if adopted. City staff has made themselves available throughout the process and will continue to do so to meet with businesses in person to provide further assistance through the implementation process. And staff is recommending to recognize stores that participate in the Healthy Options at Checkout campaign if required or voluntarily. The current ordinance applies to 15 stores in Paris. There are approximately 54 stores in Paris that offer food products at checkout areas and are comprised of 6 markets, 7 grocery stores, 15 convenience pharmacies and dollar stores, and 26 other general retail stores, such as Home Depot, Burlington, and water refill stores. It's also important to know that the overall list can change as new businesses come into Paris or change. When looking at supermarkets, larger grocery stores, and supercenters, the United States Department of Agriculture, or USDA, has found that about 89% of households do their primary grocery shopping at supermarkets or supercenters. Such stores are essential to consumers as they provide a large array of healthy and affordable food options in comparison to smaller or specialty stores, according to the USDA. Additionally, 60% of a household's calorie consumption comes from larger grocery stores, such as supermarkets and supercenters. These letters were received in opposition to the amendments and ordinance. Before you, you have the letters presented to you, and in response to these letters, city staff has been working with the city attorney's office to provide a memo in response to those concerns. Some of these concerns are as follows: opposition to the Healthy Checkout Ordinance and its proposed amendments, requests to include food retailers with similar checkout offerings, such as convenience stores, mini marts, and chain pharmacies, or to exempt the full-service grocers from ordinance requirements selling fruits and vegetables within the checkout area, and issues with data presented. At this time, there are no changes warranted with staff recommendations as presented before you. At this time, staff recommends that the City Council conduct a public hearing and, after receiving public testimony, consider the introduction of the first reading of ordinance number next in order to amend Chapter 7.50 of the Paris Municipal Code requiring commercial establishments with groceries larger than 2,500 square feet to provide healthy food and beverage items as a default option at checkout aisles. We also have Monica Vero Guerrero, Program Manager with Public Health Advocates, present with us today to answer any questions, as Public Health Advocates did lead a lot of the initial outreach. And this concludes my presentation, and I am also available to answer any questions.
Thank you, Crystal. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, before I open the public hearing, council, anybody have any questions, clarifications? All right, I'm going to open up the public hearing at 8:56. Madam Clerk, do you have any requests to speak?
Yes, sir. Tim James.
Come on up, Tim, you got 3 minutes.
Tim James, California Grocers Association. Thank you for the opportunity to speak, council members. We appreciate the city considering changes to product standards, but with my limited time, I need to focus on a significant deficit in the ordinance. With limited to application, this ordinance is discriminatory to full-service grocers by turning a blind eye to other food retailers with similar checkout offerings. The ordinance only applies to 15 food retailers out of 67 food retailers in the city who have checkout offerings of the exact same products. This means the city is only regulating 22% of its food retailers, only the full-service grocers, and leaving 78% of food retailers unregulated, like convenience stores and chain pharmacies. As an explanation, the city has repeated a data point from a research brief that unregulated food retailers are providing fruits and vegetables in the checkout area, which is not accurate. What the city has left out of their citations, the same research brief states that only 14% of convenience stores offer fruits and vegetables at checkout. To test whether or not that's true for the city of Paris, we visited 16 store locations throughout the city. Out of the 16 non-regulated food retailers, only 3 offered fruits and vegetables at checkout. That's 19%, 3 of the 16. This means that only between 14 to 19% of non-regulated food retailers in Paris offer fruits and vegetables at checkout. How is this quantity enough to provide an exemption to those other food retailers, especially when full-service grocers remain regulated? Simply put, this policy is asking us to accept that 78% of Paris food retailers should be regulated based on data that shows maybe only 11 to 19% of those retailers may sell fruits and vegetables at checkout. The ordinance obviously falls short to achieve its stated public health goals by leaving a vast majority of food retailers who are selling food and snacks at checkout and only regulating grocers who are your primary source for fruits, vegetables, and healthy food items. It burdens full-serve grocers with financial and operational impacts not experienced by their competitors, which is discriminatory to regulated grocers. And those impacts are already beginning to surface. It is critical to the success of the ordinance, your ability to attain the healthy goals, and for grocers to be treated equitably, that the city include all food retailers or apply the same reasoning and allow grocers to be exempt if providing fruits and vegetables at checkout. Thank you very much for your consideration.
Thank you, Tim.
That is all.
Anybody in the audience at this time wishing to speak on this item? Yep, state your name.
Hello, Mr. Mayor and council members. My name is Mona Acevedo Guerrero. I am the program manager with Public Health Advocates, and I want to speak to the other grocers left out of the ordinance in the planning sessions with local community members in the city of Paris. This was a community made up of concerned parents, some of their youth giving some input in our planning sessions. We wanted to present the ordinance to them as a healthier option. When we received their feedback, they advised that they wanted to fully go with the full grocers because they did not want to negatively impact the local businesses in the city of Paris, the smaller businesses. It was a strong belief had by the community members that the smaller local businesses having city guidance and city recognition through our Paris healthy option sticker, would comply with the ordinance, that they would voluntarily comply with the ordinance. They believe that their loyalty to those local stores would shift that behavior in their stores, in their local smaller stores. That is the reason why we didn't include the local mini marts or small grocers in the city of Paris. They did, though, specifically want to include bigger grocers like Walmart and Stater Brothers and Aldi's, because they know that though they have more options for unhealthy items at the front of the aisles. But again, I just want to reiterate that this is community-led. This is what community had said, and I believe that the council should listen to what community input was brought over during these planning sessions, during the campaigning sessions. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, I'm going to close the public hearing at 9:02. Council, anybody have any questions or comments or entertain a motion to approve? Councilman Corona?
Thank you, Mayor. I'll try to be brief. I do want to thank staff for setting up those meetings with myself and Mayor Pro Tem Nava. I thought they were very important for us to kind of hear what the grocers had to say, what the concerns were. I definitely want to thank Mayor for doing 90-something% of the work, and then us just kind of finalizing it and stuff like that. I thought it was very important. The grocers, as Tim James was trying to say, but obviously he didn't have enough time. That they were appreciative of the changes that we did do, specifically the nuts and the seeds. But ultimately, their main concern is that it does not include the smaller locations, which as from the staff report that we got through pictures, we can all see that they're definitely not abiding by it. That I think is something I'm not ready to put this on hold right now. I'm ready to move forward with this, but maybe we could come back as well after if this gets approved, that we could come back and just see how it's doing. I definitely agree with the speaker that just spoke. It's important that we definitely do pay attention to our community, and this was community led. It is also important that we also pay attention to our businesses. As a city, that I think we've all been pro business friendly, and but at the same time, we want to be create healthy options for our communities. So if we could kind of plan to bring this. I'm thinking on May-ish, just see how it's doing, and then also to consider what would it take to also include the smaller retailers as well too, because I think that was their main concern, that it doesn't do that. I guess for a clarifying question, Mr. James, if you could just kind of, if I could just get you come up here just for a clarifying question. Take your time, and I'm glad you're feeling a lot better from the last time we spoke.
Very kind, thank you. Yes.
But I know, I mean, you've been vocal. It's not something that you're fully in support of. But if we were to, just theoretically, if we were to approve all the smaller retailers, would you then be in support of that, or would you just be more in support of that? Like, would you be fully in support of this, or just not opposed to it?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple points, and I'll make them very, very quickly. I think just for the purpose of the ordinance, we think that the city would want to have as many retailers included as possible. I think we also need to make sure we're looking at the retailers that are operating in Paris, and those are being regulated. And when you look at their checkout, when you look at the regulated space, they are virtually the same. They are almost exact. So one of our concerns is not only for our industry, but for the broader benefit of this is, why would you treat those checkout areas differently if they look currently the same, but then you would regulate them differently? I don't think it makes sense for the city. It puts us at a competitive disadvantage, and just probably, I suggest, is maybe not the best policy choice. So we'd like to see more retailers included to, I think, correct a lot of those problems and move the ordinance forward in a beneficial ways.
That didn't answer the question.
Okay.
If we were to impose this on the smaller guys, would you accept the policy at that time?
I always have to put the disclaimer that our members come first, so I have to check with them, but that would move us a long way towards direction, yes.
All right.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate for you clearing that, Mayor. So if we just kind of bring this back just to see how it's working, I think it is a good policy that we have for the ordinance, but at the same time, I know in the past, so oftentimes we have, policies that are well intentioned and ultimately, don't serve the best needs of our residents or our businesses as well. So we can just kind of just review that, maybe take a survey and come around May. That's what I'm in favor for. But I'm definitely in favor of supporting this.
Councilman Reb?
Yes, I'd have to agree with Councilman Corona. I'd like to thank staff and Mr. James and the other grocers for meeting and my colleagues for including legumes, nuts, and more traditional items. So you get a pack of almonds, they could be 200-300 calories versus, they're still healthy foods. So I like to thank everyone for meeting and revising that. I do think that we should come back in April, May, sometime in the spring. And I know there's a difference. We have our grocery, we have a lot of the stores that were listed in the letter, which was very good in terms of detailing how a lot of our gas stations and other stores don't comply or will not be held accountable based on this ordinance. And I did see, there's several that I'd like to maybe we can research over the next few months. We have the two Family Dollars, one on Paris Boulevard and the one on 4th Street as you're going up and it turns into Highway 74. The Rite Aid and the Dollar Tree, I think these are a little bit different than the gas stations because people are going, they're shopping, they may be buying food items there. The gas stations, we should also research them, but I think it's kind of different. You're going in, getting gas, you may get a snack or something like that. So I do think it's good that we move forward on the amendments today, because if we do not move forward on the amendments, the resolution that we passed, or the ordinance we passed in February and passed the second reading in March will still be in effect. So I think this is a step in the right direction for all parties. But I do agree with Councilman Corona. We should do some research, put some feelers out there for the Family Dollars, the Rite Aids, the Dollar Trees, along with the gas stations, particularly the chain gas stations, Chevron, Circle K. I would actually include 7-Eleven with these Family Dollar Rite Aid stores because they sell gas, but originally they were more of like a convenience store, and they've moved into gas over the last 20 years. But I do think if we are ultimately going to make strides to health, we have to look at all food vendors. But I think the amendments are good for now, but we should continue the dialogue with all the parties.
Well, let's just make it a nicer, even time. This doesn't get implemented till January, correct? If we approve it today.
Correct.
So let's call it 6 months, say June. We'll have all this information come back. Give them a good 6 months. Well, it's okay. All right, anybody else? Anybody else? All right, then I'm looking for a motion. Pardon me? Oh, I have a motion by Councilwoman Rogers with the added stuff to come back in June with like a report. All right, and I have a second by Councilman Corona. Please call the vote.
5-0, motion approved.
Thank you. All right, 11E is consideration to adopt proposed resolution numbers next in order and introduce the first reading of a proposed ordinance number next in order regarding a specific plan amendment, SPA 21-05267, tentative partial map 21-05086, TPM-38259, and development plan review, DPR 21-00005A, DPR 21-00005. This is a proposal to consider the following entitlement to facilitate the construction of a 764,000 square foot industrial building on 35.63 acres located on the south side of Harley Knox Boulevard between Patterson Avenue and Nevada Avenue, within the general industrial and light industrial zones of Paris Valley Commerce Specific Site Plan. And this is going to be introduced by our Director of Development Services, Mr. Kenneth Fung.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. As you can see on your desk, there was a memo that was prepared. The reason for that is because we got 2 letters that we received today. One is actually a letter that's about 80 pages, and one was an email. We also received a letter after the submittal of the staff report. Due to the intensity of the document and the volume of the document that has to be reviewed, the applicant requested a continuance to the next meeting to adequately review those documents and provide adequate response. So the request is for continuance to the September 12th council meeting.
All right, very good. So I'm looking for a motion, if there's no comments from the council, to continue this public hearing to September 12th.
Mr. Mayor, if I may?
Yes.
Since the public hearing was noticed for today, my recommendation is to open the public hearing and then allowing public comment and then the motion to continue.
All right, we're going to open up the public hearing at 9:12. Madam Clerk, are there any requests to speak?
Yes, sir. Robert Ramos.
Robert, you here?
Good evening. My name is Robert Ramos. I am the representative of Ironworkers Local 416, and we are strongly opposing this project. Every project that is brought forth in front of this city council and an opportunity to strengthen our middle class in Paris, to fight for the working families and their children, and to send a message to your constituents that you care about their needs. As with many developers, Prologis is getting little as possible back to the community. The question is whether or not the council will allow them to do this. Until this developer signals that they care about the city of Paris and the skilled and trained workers in the community, we ask you to vote no on this project. Thank you.
Local 416 from which union, sir? Ironworkers, thank you.
Eric Chavez.
Good evening. My name is Eric Chavez. I'm here on behalf of the thousands of hardworking men and women of the Ironworkers Local 433. And we stand in opposition to the Duke Warehouse project. Local 433 proudly supports veterans and formerly incarcerated and all those looking for an honest shot at a second chance. This project could easily participate in the same type of support, but is actively choosing not to. We've had hope that this developer would choose the higher responsibility contractors who will hire locally, provide living wages, ensure benefits for workforce, and provide the chance of apprentices to learn the trade on a real job site. This simply is not the case. Show the people of Paris that you care and vote no tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
John Sisley.
My name is John Sisley. I'm a delegate to the Building Trades Commission. I'm a delegate to the Empire Labor Council, and I'm a business agent for the plumbers, pipe fitters, and refrigeration for San Bernardino and Riverside counties. Usually a developer comes into town, and if they're serious about your community, we have no problems having them sign a community benefits agreement. That makes sure the wages go back to the local community members and they're paid at a fair rate with fair benefits. There is no agreement on this job at all. They're not serious about your community. We've approached them. They're not interested. It tells us they're not interested in your community. There might be a shady backdoor agreement with one of the locals in the area, but that's not a union agreement, and it doesn't guarantee the money goes back to your community. You shouldn't let them or anybody else build anything without it benefiting your community. So I'd strongly suggest you oppose this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amy Smith.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Amy Smith. I'm here from CARE, California, and I'm just going to say I support the continuance, and we will speak when we have the next meeting.
Thank you.
Thanks
Amy.
much.
Thank you.
Godfrey Wachira. Sorry.
Good evening, Godfrey Washira. I too am CARE, California. I too will just support the continuance and hope all issues will be addressed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lila Feverman.
Good evening, Council. My name is Kalila Fetterman on behalf of CARE California. CARE California has participated in the environmental review process for this warehouse project since December 2022. We submitted written comments to the city which explain that the project still fails to comply with state and local law and cannot be approved until the city prepares a legally adequate environmental review document. For the reasons written in our comments and those related to valley fever and noise impacts associated with the project, the city cannot make the necessary findings to approve the project and must take the extra time granted from a continuance to revise and recirculate the environmental impact report so that the project can comply with the California Environmental Quality Act. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is all.
Anybody else wishing to speak on this item?
Good evening, Mayor, council members. My name is DJ Ariano, representing Duke Realty and Prologis. We're excited to be here. We know we're going to get continued, hopefully, to the next hearing. Excited to be back to Paris. This is going to be our 9th building here. We've been dedicated here in the community for a long time, having proven over and over we are committed to this city, committing to be a leading partner, having continuously given back to the city, whether volunteering with local groups or providing financial resources, scholarships, and sponsorships. And we're looking forward to continuing that partnership, and we look forward to being back here in a few weeks, hopefully. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Good evening. My name is Bill Smith. I represent the Shady Local Union.
Hang on, Bill, till you get to the microphone.
Huh?
Start again at the microphone, sir.
Oh, my name is Bill Smith,
Hi, Bill.
President of Labor's Local 1184. I represent the Shady Local Union he was talking about. Prologis has an agreement only with the Labor's Union. We have expanded and have developer agreements. They're upset because everybody out there will be done under the Labor's Union. Now we've expanded our agreement into other areas. Now they may have subs out there that are union with their craft, iron workers, fitters, and so be it. What you're seeing is unions fighting amongst themselves. That's all this is. The Prologis has an agreement with us. They don't have the agreement. The generals have agreements with the labor's union. So that's what a lot of that in-house union fighting is what you're seeing. I just wanted to make that comment.
Thank you, Bill.
All right.
Anybody else? All right, I can close the public hearing. We are being continued to September 12th. Anything else, Mr. Attorney? All right, I'm looking for a motion to continue. I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Nava, second by Councilman Rab. Please call the vote. To continue to September 12th.
5-0, motion approved.
Thank you. 11F, specific plan amendment 19-05287 and development plan review 19-00012. This item was continued from the July 26, 2022 City Council meeting. This is a proposal to consider the following entitlements to facilitate the construction of a 304,572 square foot industrial building and 2 commercial buildings totaling 6,960 square feet on a 15.6 acre site located on the south side of Ramona Expressway between Indian Avenue and Paris Boulevard. Specific plan amendment to change the zone of 13.6 acres from commercial zone to light industrial zone within the Paris Valley Commerce Center specific plan. And 2, development plan review for the site plan and building elevations approval. The applicant is PR Partners LLC. The applicant has requested a continuance of this item until September 12, 2023. This item will be introduced by our Director of Development Services, Mr. Kenneth Fung.
Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council, again, this is a request for continuance. The applicant is still working with staff on the technical matters of the project, and that has not been finalized, and the applicant agreed to continue this project, work through those items. So this is a request for continuance to September 12th.
All right. I am going to open up the public hearing, Mr. City Attorney. If there's anybody here wishing to speak on this item, Madam Clerk, did we have any requests?
No, sir.
Is there anybody in the audience at this time wishing to speak on this item? Okay, therefore, I'm not going to close the public hearing, and I have a motion to continue this meeting to July 26th by Councilwoman.
July 26th, September 12th.
That's what I said, September 12th, 2023, by motion by, it is late, man. They started at 7:30 today. By Councilwoman Rogers, second by Mayor Pro Tem Nava. Please call the vote.
5-0, motion approved.
Thank you. Item 12 is our business items. We have none. Item 13 is council communications. And we start with Councilwoman Rogers.
Not at the time. I have nothing to report tonight.
Okay. Councilman Rab?
Yes, I'd like to thank all the speakers for coming out today and expressing their concerns regarding the various topics. I just want to remind everyone that the council is constrained from responding back during public comment portion of the council meeting. However, if you would like to reach me, my email is dsrabb@cityofparis.org, dsrabb as in boy at cityofparis.org. Feel free to send me an email with your number and we'll touch base and set up a meeting. If it's during the week, it'll most likely have to be via Zoom or after work. Just want to, in the lateness of the hour, just want to wish everyone a happy Labor Day. We are headed into a 3-day weekend. Just want to remind everyone not to drink and drive. There's Uber, Lyft, all the other ride-share services, and just be safe out there. I've seen a lot of crashes just in Paris and up and down the 215 recently. So just be cognizant of other people and be cognizant of yourself as well. And just do not get behind the wheel if you are intoxicated. That concludes my comments for today.
Thank you. Councilman Corona?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to thank Public Works for with the big storm that we had, and they did a great job of doing their best to keep the city safe. And the cleanup was exceptional too. I know in the coming days and weeks, we're probably going to get an increase of weeds from the rain and stuff like that, so we can kind of be on top of that. Also, in South Paris, always with the last time we saw this much water during the summer, we got a really big increase of mosquitoes, so we could just kind of be on top of that as well too. And I too want to thank all the speakers that came and voiced their opinion with regards to the fields. There's no decision to be made here on the dais with regards to that. I'm definitely free to speak with anybody with regarding kind of some of the issues that they're having. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mayor. I too would like to thank all our public comment speakers for tonight for expressing their thoughts and opinions. Rest assured that did not fall on deaf ears, and I am also available to meet and speak to anyone available. I know we still have some of the speakers here, so if you're willing, I'm willing to come out and learn a little bit more about what you have to share. And again, I'm looking forward to finding a resolution for this issue, given that we had such a large public turnout. And other than that, for the sake of time, I would wish everyone a happy Labor Day. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. So in the interest of time, I've been skipping over all my notes for, I think, 2 meetings now. I'm going to still pass them on, but I just want to make the one comment about tonight as well, thanking all our guest speakers who came out in regards to the soccer complex. It's just important to know that that the mayor and the city council, we are not the decision makers on who uses our fields when it comes to our parks. They are established policies and guidelines for all the use of our athletic fields. It is up to the city's administrative staff, not the mayor, not the council, to carefully review and evaluate all requested applications when determining who will be granted the use of the city's facilities. Not me again, and not this staff or council. That's why this wasn't even, it's not an agenda item. I felt bad that people wanted to hear from us, but we can't speak about something that is not on the agenda. Public comment, general public comment, you can speak about anything you want within our jurisdiction in our city, but we can't engage in a conversation. You've heard my colleagues give your emails out. You've got my emails. You have my phone. I gave you my cards. We're going to come down and talk again right now as well. But it's just, I don't know where everybody's getting the impressions that the mayor, this is the mayor doing, this is not the mayor. I'm not doing anything here, nor the council or my colleagues. This is an administrative staff that does these decisions, not the council. So with that, I will save all the rest of these comments. Again, I'm going to pass it on because of the lateness of the evening. We will move on to item 14, which is our city manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor. I have one item just to announce that Community Services will be hosting the end of summer splash event at Enchanted Hills Park on September 8th from 5 to 9 p.m. The movie is set to begin at dusk. This concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. The movie is Super Mario Brothers.
All right, item 15 is our adjournment this evening. Unfortunately, we are adjourning in memory of CAL FIRE Captain Tim Rodriguez, Assistant Chief Josh Bischoff, and contract pilot Tony Sousa, who lost their lives in the line of duty on August 6, 2023. Our hearts goes out to their families and to all their colleagues in the fire departments. Again, losing our lives of the people who protect us is not a good thing, so we're going to close in their memory, as well as two young boys who lost their lives on August 12th in an automobile accident, two residents of Paris, Oscar Mancias and Edgar Israel Garcia. Thank you, everybody. It was a long night, and have a great rest of the night. What's left? We are adjourned.